Hi, Greg here, and I just want to explain in this video how to do preferred placement with your spouse on your strong side. Okay, so first thing that you want to do in order to control where you set coaches is to set your preferred placement to a manual setting instead of an automatic setting. Because if you, by default, it's set to automatic, where the system will automatically place your coaches either on the left side or on the right side, and you don't have say over, where they go. I think it just alternates sides. So I never do that. I prefer that you control, or that I control where my coaches go. Okay. So in order to change it to a manual setting, what you want to do is you want to click on My Business and then My Preferred Placement. Okay. So right here, you can see My Business, My Preferred Placement takes you to this screen here where you would have automatic preferred placement set. And what you want is you want set preferred placement. Okay. Now the placement ID, if it's populated, don't worry about that. Just leave that as whatever it is by default. All you want to do is have this radio button checked that says set preferred placement, and then click save. Okay. So now you're in control. The next step is to go to My Business, My Downline, Graphical Genealogy. Okay, so when you look at the graphical genealogy, you see a tree structure. Now, your tree structure isn't as filled out as my tree structure, so let me give you an example. Okay, if I come to the bottom left of my tree and I go up, let's take Joe as an example here. Let's say that you are Joe, and you come in and you look at your graphical genealogy, and this is all you're going to see. You're going to see a left leg and you're going to see a right leg. Okay. Now you can tell which leg of yours is the strong leg because it's the one that has coaches placed on it. Okay. Now you can see that Beverly is placed under Joe's left leg. That means that this is his strong leg. Now, Beverly is not Joe's personally sponsored coach. Otherwise, it would have a little PS above her head, right? When Joe's looking at it, he would see a little PS above Beverly's head. So why is Beverly placed here? Because you have two legs. That means that all the coaches above you are going to be placing coaches on Joe's strong leg. Okay, so your strong leg, other coaches on your team, like myself, your sponsor, we are going to be helping you build that strong leg. Okay, so therefore, the only leg that you really need to build all by yourself is your weak leg, and that's also called your inside leg. Okay, it's right here, it's on the right side. Okay, now see this little blue guy on the right side of Beverly? That's her inside leg. So you should never place coaches on another coach's inside leg, right? Because that only benefits Beverly, and it's not going to benefit all the other coaches that are down, your strong leg. So if you want to place a coach on your strong leg, it should always go to the far bottom left, or if, always go to the far bottom right, on your other leg. So think deep and wide. Okay. So always place coaches on your far bottom left, all the way bottom left, or all the way bottom right. Okay. That's the rule of thumb. All right. So since in this scenario, since Joe is on my left, his left side is his strong side. Now, if I had placed Joe on my right leg, then his right side would be his strong side. Me and other coaches would be helping to build his right side. But since he's placed on my left side, his left side is his strong side. Okay, does that make sense, everyone? Hope so. So where should his first coach go? Okay, so his first coach, I would recommend going right here on his inside leg. Okay. Now you can see this on the left side here on his strong leg. It is currently a dotted red guy. Okay. That means that when he signs up a coach, that's his preferred placement. It would go right into that dotted red guy's position. Okay. So if we wanted to go on to the right side, what I want to do is I want to click on this guy on the right, and it'll pop up a dialog box that says, do you want to set your preferred placement? Would you like to save the change? And I say, okay. And now you can see that the dotted red guy is on the right side. Okay, so now when Joe signs up his first coach, it will go right here on his inside leg. Okay, now in order for Joe to go emerald, which, you know, he definitely wants to go emerald because that will allow him to start getting team cycle bonuses, as well as he'll have the ability, if he hits SC5, to get customers assigned to him the following month. If he hits SC10, he'll even get Shakeology customers assigned to him the next month, along with their commissions. So definite advantage to you know, going emerald. Now, I don't know what in the world happened to my screen. It just blanked out. Come on, let's see if it comes back here. I think the system just went down. Okay, finally came back. Sorry about that. So the next coach that Joe wants to sign up, he wants to assign it to the other leg, because in order to go emerald, you need one active coach on your left and one active coach on your right. Now, what does active coach means? That means that you have 50 personal volume points, that each of those coaches has to have more than 50 personal volume points. Okay, so personal volume means that either you're purchasing something that's worth $50 or more, or your customers are purchasing something that's worth $50 or more, or a combination. It doesn't really matter, you know. So as long as between you and your purchases and your customers' purchase, you have more than, you know, 50 personal volume points per month, that will make, well, that'll make you active, right? If you have that amount. And then same goes for your coach. If your coach has purchased something that's 50 PV worth, or his customers, that makes him active. Okay, so you need 50 personal volume points, and your coach needs 50, you know, your coaches need 50 personal volume points to stay active. Okay, and that would make you an active emerald coach. Now, easiest way to stay active is to drink Shakeology. Shakeology gives you 90 personal volume points. Okay, so if I want to, you know, place, you know, let's say I signed up a coach on the inside. If I was Joe, I signed up a coach on the inside. Now I want to assign a coach on the outside. Okay, now on that strong leg, what I suggest is sign up your spouse, your significant other. Okay, it doesn't matter if they want to work the business or not, or if they're into coaching, or if they're even into Beachbody. It doesn't matter. You are going to control their account, and any money that they make is going to go into your bank account. Okay, so you move the dotted red guy to your strong side, then you sign up your spouse. And there's a form that you can fill out in the back office. If you go to My Business Forms and Documents, you will see a form that you can fill out to control your spouse, so that you can call Coach Relations on their behalf. Okay, and we'll explain more about ways to utilize your spouse. You know, you can put customers under your spouse. You can assign coaches under your spouse and get them to emerald, and they'll help you get to diamond. And then you can get them to diamond, and they can help you go to 1-star or 2-star. So you can definitely utilize them down the road, and they can, you know, definitely, you know, essentially double the amount of money that you're able to make by utilizing them as your second unofficial business center. Okay, But for you to go emerald, what you need is I would say, put your spouse on your strong side and then put, the other coach on your weak side. Now, the reason that I recommend the spouse on the strong side is because you control that, okay? And you can't control the coach on the other side, on your weak side. Now, they could go inactive. They could stop their Shakeology. They could quit, right? So you can't rely on anybody else other than yourself, okay? So that's why I would recommend the next 3 to 4 coaches all go on the inside of your leg, okay? Load up that inside of your leg with the next 3 or 4 coaches, okay? Now, you'll still be an emerald, right? But the great thing about having 4 coaches or 3 or 4 coaches on your inside leg is that will help you cycle more, okay? That'll help you generate more cycle bonuses, because for every $200 on one side and $100 on the other side, you will get a $14 bonus as an emerald coach. As a ruby coach, you get $16 cycle bonus. As a diamond coach, you get an $18 cycle bonus, okay? So let's say, by the time you get 3 or 4 coaches over here, you have signed up your spouse, you already have Beverly, right? And I've already given you a couple more coaches on this side, right? Or the team has given you, let's say 8 coaches on this side. So for every $200 on your strong side and $100 on your weak side, you're going to cycle, right? So if you had 4 coaches, that's essentially, right, like a $300 or $400 team volume, right? So you would be cycling 4 times, versus if you, had placed all those coaches on your strong side and you only had your spouse on your weak side, you would only be cycling maybe once every other month, So this allows you to maximize your cycle bonus to make the most money the fastest, okay? That's why I recommend the spouse on the strong side, okay? And then the next, like I said, 3, 4, 5, 6, doesn't matter, coaches on your weak side. Now, eventually you're going to have to get a couple more coaches on your strong side, right, in order to rank advance. Because to go ruby, you're going to need 2 coaches on each side, and one of those has to be an emerald coach. So you could, get your wife to an emerald, and then you just need one of the, many coaches that you have on the other side to go emerald, and then you go ruby, and then you just need a couple more and you go diamond. So that's the way to work it. But always, try to load up that inside leg to keep your legs volume balanced or maximized, right? Okay. So hope that makes sense. That's how to set your preferred placement. That's how you should do a placement strategy to start with. If you have any questions, please let me know, but hopefully that's self-explanatory.